What's going on, folks? This is Jeff doing StrongLifts 5x5. This is day 22 in the 12-week program. This is week 8. The date for this video is 4/26. Today's date is actually May 5th, so it's Cinco de Mayo right now. I'm kind of late on the videos. I've had a hectic week last week, that and camping, and I shifted all the days around. I just haven't had time to get any videos out. Just been recording and keeping it stashed in storage. So I'm gonna try to catch up this week. Try to get back into the groove. I know I'm already actually on week 9, but I'm doing the commentary for week 8. I've got 11 minutes of footage to go through, and here we go. So started off with the warm-up, of course. This is workout B. So I'll be doing squats, overhead press, and deadlift. I shifted these days over just by one day, so day 22 is actually on a Sunday this time. I only had one day of rest after week 7, and I know I mentioned in the last video for day 21 that I got a massage from a sports masseuse. I was really affected by that this day. So after I got all the knots taken out and stuff like that, I was really sore throughout the workout. As you see through the warm-up, I'm doing a lot of lacrosse ball stretching. I'm trying to pinpoint the exact spot where all the pressure and the pain is coming from. But now I think because I'm trying to balance out my squat on both sides, it's making my left quad work a lot more. As far as the warm-up is concerned, I'm sticking to the 45, 95, 135, 185, and 205, and then I jump into the real weight. The reason why I'm switching things over is because by the weekend after this one, I'll be going camping. So I want to make sure I get my days in, even though I'm going camping and stuff like that. The other thing is, you're supposed to take your time. You're supposed to do all this stuff, and when you're going into workouts and stuff like that, just to get all this stuff done. But you've also got to kind of fit it into your life as well. So I had to go to a brunch right after this. You'll see I only did one set of deadlifts, so I actually followed the right way to do the 5x5 this time. One set, no, it wasn't a 1x5 and then a 3x3 or anything like that. I just finished it and left. So I got my stuff done and I went on with it. Here we go with the first working set. This is 255. I've noticed that as I go through my working sets now, I'm going a lot slower. I'm taking my time. I'm trying to concentrate. I'm trying to keep my back tight, finding the right placement with my arms, and I'm trying to keep the actual squat consistent. A lot of it is because now both of my knees are popping, so I'm trying to find that right feeling where they don't pop at all. And sometimes I get it down, maybe like 2 out of the 3 reps. Sometimes it's 3 out of the 5. I mean, not 2 out of the 3, 2 out of the 5 or 3 out of the 5. I've had it where I had one whole set where no sounds were made, but it's gotten to the point where I'm playing the music so loud I don't even notice it. But I've had some friends come by every now and then telling me, "Dude, what's up with your knees?" So I'm trying to not let them pop, but it's taken a bit. The last session that I had, which was week 9, day 1. Week 9 Monday, yesterday morning, I kind of pictured the bar just going up and down on my squat, and it kind of helped. So tomorrow morning I'm going to do the same thing. It's kind of weird. The guy on my right is doing jump squats with the bar. I've never done that before. It's kind of cool because you've got, all the squat racks are taken, and you got these 2 guys on the left side that are just starting out, and they're really they're watching both of our forms and stuff like that, trying to study it. So I like seeing that stuff because I think squat's pretty important, and that's what StrongLifts is teaching, which is good. It's really full body workout. It's one of the most important things to do. You watch all these videos, like I think it was Barbell Shrug. They talk about there's like a whole podcast about doing squats every day and how important it is, because it really does work out the body, and I think it transfers throughout all the other lifts that you'll do in the rest of StrongLifts. And I think in the other types of workout programs too, the squat is one of the main things, which then feeds into things like the other lifts. I can't remember all the lifts right now. It's 11 o'clock at night on the Cinco de Mayo. I've had no alcohol, but my brain's kind of fried because I'm working on something else that's totally... Anyway. More with the squat. Yeah, I've got to stretch with the lacrosse ball. I'm trying to stretch my leg out just to make sure that it's okay. The squat still is kind of off. I'm still trying to get that right groove. Ever since I got the form critiquing, I was told that I have like this weird hybrid type of thing. So I've been trying to make it as a low bar, make it low bar as much as possible without getting hurt. Later on in the week in the other episodes, I'll go into more detail about that. I want to make sure that I have the commentary that's kind of consistent with what I can remember with each day. So yeah, this is the last set. I tried playing with the different angles in the camera, so this one looks a little bit more intimate, but it's cool because the fisheye lens really helps with being really close. I don't have to have like 8 feet away of the camera. I can just keep it right there, and it's not too intrusive with everyone around me, even though it's morning time, there's nobody there, so whatever, right? Anyway, so I'm still working on the depth, still working on the tightness in the body right down the middle, trying to keep the balance set up. I should start changing my clothes later on just to reveal more form. Yeah. Alright, here we go with overhead press. I'm smiling at the camera because I'm a little bit nervous. 125 is pretty high. That used to be one of my last working sets doing bro splits, which is now over 2 months ago. You know, I've been doing this for maybe like a month, and I mean 2 months and a week now. But anyway, here I felt great. You know, got the hand placement correct, did the hip thrust a little bit forward, kept the body straight, and had all the emphasis on the shoulders, and then that little bit of the shrug at the top. You know, and I'm looking at the camera, just saying, yeah, I can do this now. You know, it's heavy, but it's doable. So I really liked the 125 weight this day. It was good. I mean, it's not like it was easy or anything, but still, it was a good workout. I am trying to get that consistent hip thrust still. I mean, I'm doing it, but I don't have that fluid motion where when I push forward with the hips, I can move my head forward. It shouldn't happen at the same time. It's got to be like first hips and then head, and then I mean like first hips, raise arms, first fuck. First hips, then arms, and then push the head forward through the window, and then you have that straight form. All the while moving the bar up and down in a straight path. You know, none of that C stuff, none of that 7 stuff, no diagonal curve or anything. Just straight up, right out of the tops of the what is this? The shoulder, the front head of the shoulder. Yeah. But I do like the progress that I'm getting with the overhead press. It definitely is the hardest lift that I'm facing in StrongLifts. You know, it's weird because you don't have as much weight as the other guys. You know, as other like the bench or the Pendlay rows or the other two. You know, it's so weird. But I mean, shoulder's a smaller muscle, right? I guess there's 3 heads in it, but it's not as big as using the quads. It's not as big as using the chest. You know, or using the whole back, you know, with the Pendlays either. It's just these guys right here, a little bit of the tricep. I mean, I guess that's the main emphasis. It's still kind of like a compound movement, but I don't know. I'm not a trainer. Let's see. What else can I say about this? It's heavy. That's about it. I mean, this is the 4th set. You know, I'm doing the camera angle from the side. I've noticed that I got to keep it a little bit tighter because I kind of lean, well, I guess you're supposed to lean back just a little bit. That way you can have that drive. But as you can see when I'm doing this, I'm kind of going back a little bit more. And I think that's because of my lockout. I think I've got to push my arms forward more when I'm doing the lockout at the top. What is that, the apex of the lift? Whatever, one of those words. Here's the last set. I didn't want to do it, I think, but I was excited to do it. It's such a weird relationship in this whole StrongLifts thing is, you know, you're excited to do this new weight, but at the same time, you don't really know if you can do it. And this week, you know, I'll say this now, This week I was struggling with a lot of the weight throughout the week. It was just hard, you know. I think I had a lot of carbs the night before this, so it's probably around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning here. So I still was kind of feeling the... I think I also had like a handful of rice before I went to the gym. I recorded it, don't worry. Yeah. So here we go, finishing it off with the overhead press. And then I finish off with a deadlift. You know, I just did one set, 240 pounds, kind of pretty heavy weight for me. I don't normally do 240. I normally would end with 225 and call it quits, but here we go with one set. It was a Sunday, I had the brunch, I had to finish that off, and yeah, I just got it done and I left. It was just kind of a normal day, normal kind of grind. So I don't really have much to say that's profound or anything major that I need to point out with this stuff. So yeah, that's that. So that's that for day 22. Go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment up your feedback. Send me some plur vibes if you're down and you feel that. And I'll see you in the next episode when I get back into rec mode. Thank you.